India's star wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant's car met with an accident while returning home from Delhi on the Narsan border of Roorkee near Hamadpur Jhal. After getting information, police reached the spot. The fire was brought under control. Pant was driving his luxury sedan Mercedes himself. He dozed off while driving the car, due to which the car hit the divider and the accident happened. Joining us over the phone line, Mr. Rajeev Shukla. Sir, can you give us any more details about Rishabh's condition at the moment, sir?
Well, the medical investigations are already going on. He has been moved to Dehradun from Roorkee. Dehradun has got a bigger hospital with better facilities. So all MRIs are being done to find out whether there is internal injury or not. So once that is determined, after that a decision will be taken. BCCI Secretary has already issued a statement giving the maximum details and saying that whatever help is required in terms of medical facilities will be provided to him. So let the doctors take a call. After that will be decided what is to be done. I hope, I pray that he will be all right soon, and according to doctors his condition is stable. So we are waiting for doctor's report. Once the report is out, then the next course of action will be taken.
Right. Mr. Shukla, any details that you can share with us in terms of the injuries that he's suffered? We've heard about fractures to his leg and some burn injuries on his back. Some photographs have in fact come to the fore as well, sir.
Well, we have come to know about, the fracture in the leg, and there are scratches on his back, and there are injury on his forehead also. All these things are there, but unless doctor determines that what exactly the status, I don't think it would be good to divulge any other things unless you are sure about it.
Absolutely, sir. We do understand the sensitivity of the issue, but has Rishabh gained consciousness, sir? Has he been able to speak to any of you or his family?
Well, BCCI Secretary has already spoken to his family members and assured them for all possible help. But as far as he's concerned, nobody is able to speak to him as that, because he's under doctor's supervision and treatment is going on.
So anything that you've learned so far as to how this accident took place?
Well, the only thing which we have come to know is that he was driving late in the night to Roorkee from Delhi, and the accident took place on the way to Roorkee, and his car is completely gutted because it caught fire, and somehow he was taken out of the car, and after that he was rushed to the hospital.
Right. And sir, because of course the BCCI Secretary has also mentioned about this, that the BCCI is in touch with his family and the doctors who are of course treating Rishabh at the moment. Are you satisfied with that line of treatment? Would you be referring him to possibly a better facility in Delhi or elsewhere, sir?
Well, that we have left to that decision has been left to the doctors. Well, there are no doctors, they advise that he should be taken to Delhi or Bombay, wherever. We will provide all help, and we will take him to Delhi or Bombay if required, if need be. But it should be left to the doctors of Dehradun. Let them take a call.
Right. And just finally, before I let you go, sir, the sort of shock that your fraternity and the cricketing fraternity and the administration must have felt upon learning this news this morning, sir.
Yeah, definitely. He's an asset to the Team India. And he's a wonderful batsman as well as wicketkeeper. So obviously we all are concerned, we all are worried and praying for him.
Right. Also, our prayers with him and with the family as well, of course, as they, of course, stand by with Rishabh at the moment. Mr. Shukla, thank you so much for speaking today with India Today. My colleague Milan Sharma is, of course, joining us live from Dehradun at the moment. Milan, can you give us an update on Rishabh Pant's health at the moment? What are the doctors at the hospital telling you?
Well, Polumi, the health update on Rishabh Pant is that, as Mr. Rajeev Shukla also said, that the hospital is working on looking at the preliminary reports of his injuries. We know that he has sustained injuries in his legs, in his knees. The side of his body was also scratched a bit in that accident. He's also sustained a head injury. But luckily, doctors have said that there haven't been grievous injuries. And to ensure that, an MRI has already been done. Further reports will also assess what kind of line of treatment he needs from orthopedics as well. But the good news is that he's conscious and his life has been saved. I'm at Roorkee at the moment where, the charred remains of his car, as you were speaking with Mr. Shukla, the car that was gutted in which Rishabh Pant was driving at that moment. This is Mercedes-Benz AMG, a petrol version that caught fire after it collided with the divider. Well, we've checked the divider area as well. There was no blind spot that could have actually resulted in a collision of this particular Mercedes with the divider. But because it spiraled and the petrol leaked because of perhaps a short circuit within the car system, the car caught fire. And from there on, it was good that Rishabh Pant was given medical assistance in time. There were locals in the area who assisted him. There were two boys who sat with him, along with that bus conductor of the Haryana State Transport bus, who also assured that he got an ambulance. He was sent to a local hospital here, and then from there on, he was transferred to Max Dehradun. So there you see the mangled and charred remains of this particular vehicle, and it's difficult to imagine someone, even a cricketer, Rishabh Pant, who was inside, who had to break the windshield and then come out of the car, was able to survive after what has been left of this particular car here, Polumi.
Absolutely. Those images are very, very shocking. The fact that he survived, and everyone, of course, is absolutely thankful for that. He is, of course, not just an asset to the cricketing fraternity. Of course, everyone's praying for him. His family must be relieved to hear the news as well. Milan, what are the police saying? Because this is, of course, a matter of investigation as well. You, of course, mentioned that you've seen the area of the divider where this accident took place, and there is no blind spot as such.
Yes, well, there's no blind spot near the area, but locals have complained that there are cars that come on the other side of the same road. So the road that leads from Delhi towards Roorkee has vehicles running on the wrong side of the road, as we say in in local parlance here. But there's a adjacent road that has not yet been opened by the NHAI. That perhaps causes crowding in the morning time when the driver is unaware if a car is coming or a vehicle is coming from the opposite direction on the one-sided one-way National Highway 58. That could have perhaps disturbed the driver, although we have heard from Rishabh Pant himself that when he was conscious, he has said that he perhaps was dozing off, or he dozed off slightly on the vehicle itself. So there are questions of investigation. How the car hit the divider without there being a blind spot or a dark spot? Were there cars that were coming from the other end? Was the car speeding or over speeding? You remember the National Highway 58, of course, there's a speed limit. Estimates of the locals say that perhaps the car was above the speed of 100 kilometers per hour, and that could have perhaps also been another reason for this mishap. But all these details are under investigation with the Roorkee police as well. The SSP has also spoken about these investigation details.